I can't keep my sister's husband's secret anymore. On New Year's Eve, my mom informed me that she finally got to speak to Liam in private. When she confronted him with the screenshots, he apologized right away and told her that I misunderstood the messages. He kept trying to explain why he sent those messages and that there was no ill intention behind them. It was a bunch of BS and my mom knew it, but she let it slide. She made sure to make it clear to him that whatever it was wrong to text me those messages. She also told him that if it weren't for my sister being pregnant and needing him by her side, her reaction would have been completely different. That seemed to shut Liam up, at least for a while. He stopped talking to me at family events, but I could always feel his intense gaze on me whenever I wasn't looking. So, one day, I decided to go to a club with a bunch of my college friends to de-stress and let loose. It was a wild night. We all drank a lot of alcohol and danced for hours on the dance floor. The club was really crowded, so when I went back to get drinks for my friends and me, I encountered a not-so-friendly face at the bar. It was Liam. He was as shocked as I was when he saw me there. I honestly wanted to punch him. He was partying at a club while my sister was losing her mind over the lack of sleep because she was caring for her newborn baby. Their newborn baby. I completely ignored him and pretended he wasn't there and went to get my drinks. Liam changed seats to the stool right beside me and sat down in silence. I impatiently waited for the bartender to get my drinks because I wanted to get away the moment I could. Liam cleared his throat, telling me that I shouldn't drink this much alcohol when I didn't have a chaperone. I looked away and ignored him, yet he continued his conversation. He told me that it was dangerous for someone like me to party at a club late at night and that I should be careful when I go home. I continued to ignore him until my drinks were ready. As I was grabbing them, Liam told me that he would wait for me to walk me back home. Had it been any other person, I would have thought that he was genuinely scared for my well-being because it wasn't safe for me to walk home alone at night and drunk on top of that. However, since it was coming from Liam, I couldn't trust that he didn't have any ill intentions. I was scared that the situation would take a different turn, so I eventually had to call my mom to come and pick me up. I couldn't think straight and I was probably overreacting, but I was genuinely scared of him. I didn't tell my mom about the fact that I had seen Liam in the club. All I told her was that I didn't have a ride back home, and that was enough for her to come and pick me up. She obviously berated me for being so irresponsible and I deserved it. The following day, I decided to pay Luna a visit to bring some food with me, and offer to take her baby back to our parents. He was driving her crazy, so I knew that she would be relieved if I took him with me for a little bit. I let myself inside her house with the keys she had given me. Luna was nowhere in sight, and neither was my nephew. Thanks to my luck, I found Liam in the kitchen, and he was talking loudly on the phone to what seemed like his friend. I didn't want to eavesdrop. I really didn't. But once I heard my name being mentioned, I immediately took a step back and completely froze in my place. I started listening to Liam's conversation with his friend only to realize that he was talking about the previous night at the club. He was telling his friend how not only did he manage to score someone as beautiful as Luna, but he also had me wrapped around his fingers. He told his friend that I was smitten with him, and how he was such a player that he managed to make two sisters fall in love with him. Again, I will spare you the rest of the details. I left before Liam could find me and sent a text to Luna, telling her to meet me at our house as soon as possible. Luna came around dinner time, and I confessed everything to her. I showed her the text messages and told her the story behind them. My mom chimed in and told her about Liam's response when she confronted him. Luna was absolutely devastated, but she was more concerned about me and my mental health than her own life. She asked me if I was doing all right and I assured her that I was fine. I also told her about the club incident the previous night, and the phone call that I eavesdropped on, and Luna was visibly upset that things had gotten to this point. She told me that she was sad that we didn't come to her when all these events took place, but that she understood our decision to keep her in the dark until she gave birth. She also knew that something very wrong was going on, but she just couldn't put her finger on it. She stated that Liam had been acting weird around her, but she blamed the pregnancy hormones for thinking that way. Luna told us that she intended to get a divorce from Liam, but she needed to find a lawyer first to help her with all the proceedings. She handled the issue very maturely and told us that she was going to take her time before confronting Liam about the situation. She also informed us that we would have to babysit my nephew over the next couple of weeks because she would move back in with us once she confronted Liam. Moral of the story? Always trust your gut instinct.